Okay, so if you're a founder and you get to the end of your day feeling totally wiped out, but you just can't figure out why, this one's for you. Let's think of this as a quick, high-level diagnostic of your workflow so we can find those invisible leaks draining your energy.
It's a really frustrating feeling, isn't it? You know you're busy all day long, but your most important work, the stuff that really moves the needle, it just doesn't get the best version of you. So we gotta ask, where is all that energy really going? I'll give you a hint. It's probably not the big projects that are draining you. It's something much quieter, much sneakier, happening in the background every single day.
All right, so here's our game plan for getting that energy back. First, we're going to put a spotlight on that hidden drain. Then, we're going to diagnose what we call the repetition tax. I'll walk you through a quick case study that shows you just how powerful this is. From there, we'll zoom out and talk about systems as a way to reclaim your energy. We'll look at the architecture of flow, and finally, we'll map out your personal path from chaos to calm. Okay, let's get right to the heart of it. You can't solve a problem until you can actually see it and give it a name. And we call this invisible energy drain the repetition tax. It's all about the hidden, compounding cost of doing the same little things by hand over and over and over again. So what is it exactly? Well, the repetition tax is the cumulative cognitive and energy cost of manually performing repetitive tasks. You could think of it like a tiny invisible fee you pay every single time you do something that could be automated or simplified. And it's not just about the time you lose. It's about decision fatigue. It's the mental energy you burn just thinking about how to do something you've already done 100 times before. And look, this isn't some abstract concept. It shows up in really concrete ways. You know, like rewriting that same to-do list from scratch every morning just to feel organized, or drafting a similar introduction email again and again, or even mentally rebuilding a small process for a new client every single time. These are those little leaks that just drain your energy reserves without you even realizing it. Now I want to show you a real-world example of this tax in action, and, more importantly, the incredible immediate relief you get from fixing it. We call this one the 20-minute list. 20 minutes. That was the tax one of our clients was paying every single day, all from just rewriting her morning task list. Now, you might think, 20 minutes, what's the big deal? But that's over 2 hours a week. It's more than 10 hours a month spent on a task that literally creates zero new value. Just look at the difference here. The before state was that manual rewriting. It came with a heavy cognitive load, that 20-minute time drain, and just a sense of daily friction to get started. The after state, a simple checklist template, but the result was huge. Immediate mental relief, all that energy reclaimed, and the sense of predictable, frictionless ease to start her day. So that 20-minute list, it's the perfect little example of a much, much bigger idea. This isn't just about finding clever life hacks. It's about a fundamental shift in how you see your work. It's about viewing systems as a direct tool for reclaiming your energy. And this quote just nails it. Ease grows when you let systems take over what repetition used to steal. See, the point of systems isn't to be rigid or to box you in. It's the exact opposite. It's about creating freedom. They handle the boring, repetitive stuff, so your brain is free to do the creative, strategic work that only you can do. So here's the bottom line. It's as simple and as powerful as this. Systems give your energy back. Every single template, every checklist, every little automated workflow, it's like a direct deposit into your mental bank account. It's an investment that pays you back every single day. And all of this leads us to the ultimate prize, what we call the architecture of flow. And I use that word architecture on purpose, because flow isn't some magical state you just hope to stumble into. No, it's an environment you build. It's something you engineer by creating a clear path from friction to freedom. So, how do we build it? Well, the key thing to remember is that flow grows through small efficiencies, not big overhauls. You don't need to shut everything down and reinvent your whole business. You just need to find one little point of friction, one repetition tax, and design a simple system to fix it. That's it. That's the first brick in your new architecture. And it's really a simple 3-step process. First, you remove the friction. A system, like a simple template, gets rid of the need to rethink the same thing over and over. That's how you stop paying that tax. Second, when you do this consistently, you build stability. These reliable structures create a foundation of predictable ease and a sense of control. And finally, with that stable foundation in place, your attention is freed from all the boring stuff. And that mental space, well, that's what enables that deep, focused flow state we're all after. Okay, so let's bring it all home. We've diagnosed the problem, we've looked at the solution. This is really about making a conscious choice to move from that default state of just chaos to an intentionally designed state of ease. This slide really says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you have chaos. It's defined by that silent repetition tax, that daily friction, and that constant energy drain. But on the other side, you have ease. And that's built on stable structures, which lead to reclaimed energy and open up access to deep flow. The choice of which side you live on, it's all determined by the small, simple systems you decide to build. So, I'll leave you with this one question. As you think about your own day, those little annoyances, the things you find yourself doing over and over again, what is the first, simplest system you are going to build to start reclaiming your energy? It could be a checklist. It could be a saved email draft. Whatever it is, that's your starting point.